G'day, gang. Oh my gosh, I sound so sick still. I wanted to talk today about DayZ. So this is a game that came out a very long time ago as a mod. I think it was of Armor 2. So this is a very, very old game, but it's kind of it's stuck around. It's kind of wild. So it went from being a mod to being a full game, and then the full game is still kind of popping off. It's really crazy, but I think I wanted also to talk about this as kind of the way that games get released. The fact that modders, can make something, can put something on the back of another game, basically make an entirely new game, and then that game can become its own game is absolutely extraordinary. And especially given that these games can have massive followings. And I think this is one of the examples of I think one of the better examples of a game that did that. I think there are a few even better examples again, but this game, like, it has such a great and solid following, and it's a genuinely interesting and difficult game in a good sense. When this game first came out, this mod, it was rough. It was the kind of thing where the Steam reviews were things like the reviews in general were just like, got eaten through a floor, 10 out of 10. Fell off ladder, broke legs, great game. It was an absolutely buggy mess, and it still got bugs, but it's nowhere near what it used to be in terms of bugs. It was almost unplayable, and yet somehow we played it for hundreds of hours. I don't know why. I think most of all because it was a really odd title. Like, there just wasn't anything like it. A lot of people just called it a walking simulator. So the gameplay loop was very simple. You go to a town full of zombies, you kill the zombies, you take the loot, and you go to the next town. But obviously, it's a PvP game. So the gameplay loop is also hear gunshots and you either run away or you try to shoot them before they shoot you. Pretty simple. Great. Simple, great, it worked. And I think these sorts of games also have a massive amount of scope. So not only do people still play this game for PvP reasons, but people play this game for roleplay, people play the PvE. There's just so many ways to make your own server on this game, make it your own. And it's wild. Absolutely wild. The way this game started, the way that it is, and everything in between is kind of crazy. And I think this is one of the examples of players want what players want. And we just keep seeing that in recent games, that players just keep saying, no, I want this weird thing, go away. Like, people are just so determined to like what they like, and they put their time and their money where they want to be. And I think this is one of the coolest examples of that. Given the state of gaming, it's wild that people are still playing a game that I think came out like 2009, I think the mod was. We're over here in 2026. I'm not looking at my time. I'm not looking at my computer clock. I know what year it is. So that was quite a long time ago that this game came out, and it's still going crazy. And I think there are a lot of games that came out a really long time ago that people are still playing, and that just kind of blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind, because there's people that still jump from server to server trying to keep with their core group, and then there's still people that play on the same server because they want that entire server to stay with them. It's just absolutely extraordinary. I definitely want feedback on this one. I want to know how people feel in general about PvP games, because I really like these survival PvP games, but I know that they are particularly niche. But within that niche, people are really, really, really loyal to it. Like the Rust players. There's a lot of people that play Rust. I'm sorry, I haven't fixed my chair. Oh my lord. That there are a lot of people who play Rust. And Rust is also another really niche game, and I think it was inspired by DayZ. I'll have to check the time on that because I don't remember when the games came out, but I'm quite confident Rust came out after. DayZ was a very old game. But I wasn't in the Rust orbit when that game released. I played it for like a few moments, and then I was like, I don't know what is going on, because it's a very different game now than it was then. It's another one of those games that completely morphed over time, but same with DayZ. yeah, it went from really, really simple shooter to now having quite complicated systems, quite good vehicles for the most part, very buggy, but given what it is, it's quite impressive. And a building system, a whole bunch of systems on top of it, which is absolutely crazy. And I think this was one of my first games where I really started to get dedicated. Um, so I was pretty good at being a rat when this game first came out. Um, my friends would go to the North Airfield. We'd run up basically the entire map, from the bottom of the map to the top of the map. We'd get really excited about getting loot. There'd be a firefight, obviously. Um, my friends would all get wounded, but we'd end up killing them all. Finally, we got them all, and so it was just us and maybe one of my friends who was wounded, and yeah, I think there was four of us, so there weren't many, but we ended up winning. Um, and they gave up because they went, you know what, I'm gonna take a break, because most of them were pretty badly damaged and they had to go like pretty long distance while being wounded. But there's something wrong with me. I crawled with a broken leg all the way from the north of the map to the south of the map. I think it took me like 4 hours to like work out to find the medicine to cure my legs. And then I relooted, got set up, got more medicine, walked all the way back up north, logged out, and waited for my friends to log back in so we could start the firefight again. And I think that's DayZ in a nutshell. It's dedication. It's one of those games where you definitely have to. The game kind of keeps begging you to stop playing, like all of these sorts of PvP full loot survival games. They really beg you to stop playing, but it's a very determined fan base. And I think that's just what makes it so unique and odd. And some of the most extraordinary and weirdest things happened when I was playing this game. And I think one of my classics is like calling out to a building, just trying to communicate with other people and see what happens. Mm. My little guy's sick too. Um, so having just calling out to people and seeing what happens, and actually having some conversations where they don't shoot you. You just kind of hang out with them for a while before they inevitably decide that they want to betray you or invite you to their group. But this sort of stuff kept happening back then. I think people talk less now in voice than they previously did, which is sad. I think because the voice aspect is really fun. Like interacting with strangers is one of the coolest aspects about these sorts of games, because there's so much that can come of it. Yeah, you can make new friends and you can make enemies and stuff like that, and there's just the scope of it is crazy. But yeah, I really want to hear what people think of this game. It's a very opinionated game. I feel like a lot of people have very different opinions on this game, and I'm so excited to be back playing it. I'm playing on a roleplay server because I'm I don't need the gratification of the PvP anymore. It just I don't need it. It's still very fun, but also the frustration of losing all of your stuff and having to go get re-geared gets tiresome. That loop, for me, I just don't have the time for it, which is frustrating. But yeah, I mean, understandable, I'm sure, but it's just not for me. I think I would, like, I played Rust recently, like, I say recent, a year ago, and I was still having a lot of fun with the PvP aspect of that. Still having a lot of fun trying to, like, talk other players into, like, not shooting me, or shit talk people who I did shoot, or who shot me, and stuff like that. Like, that interactive part of it is really why I'm there. It's so much fun. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with pretending to be someone else in a video game again. I don't know. I don't know where I'm finding the time to do that. To be fair, on one of the first nights that I played, I basically did like took care of my little guy all night, all day. I mean, I think it was like 10 hours of taking care of my little guy, which was a short day for me, so that was good. And then I decided to not sleep, and that's how I was able to conjure the time to play it. But it's yeah, it's been fun. It's definitely been fun to get back into it. Yeah, if you want to hear me talking about some of my stories on on these sorts of games. I'm very interested to hear your opinions. I have wild stories from just in general PvP games, not just roleplay, not just PvP, not just PvE, all of the above. Yeah, if you want some stories, give me a comment, give me a like, all the normal stuff. If you hate my take on DayZ, give me a thumbs down. Tell me why. Very interested. And as always, subbing to the channel really helps. This is, I think, the first game video that I haven't like gone on for 20 years, but I'm also completely brain dead, so it's one of my favorite games, though. It really is. Like, I want to talk about the game systems and how cool the guns feel and all of that, but I'm just so dead. I definitely want to revisit this one. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, tell me what you think. I really want to hear what you guys think about this one. And thanks for watching as always. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.